to red.
Let's see what's gonna. Wait, if I'm not mistaken, was it Ray? No, Team Ray was
on
blue.
Yeah, Ray was on blue,
Yeah,
and
they
now
changed-
they're on red.
Okay. At least they have a little bit buff coming into the drafting. Hopefully that will help them to win this second round. But for RSG, Habit is being banned out together with Jawhead, while for Team Ray, Fobius and Chip, I mean, if you're on the second pick, you don't really have much choice on what hero you want to ban out.
I mean, you kind of do. You can let the Fulvius go just for funsies.
No, we have seen what's going to happen after that.
Honestly, it looks like, based on the performance of the new patch and as well as the scrims, this seems to be a standard ban for both sides. Like, despite the fact that they've switched a lot of similar bans.
Why do I feel like Team Ray is just going to let go a lot of assassin of choices for RSG?
Because RSG let a majority through last game. So now it's like, I'm gonna copy your homework.
I kind of feel like they want to force us Ryan Kuti to go for assassin, kind of like mess up with what they are already comfortable in the first round, like the fighter jungler.
Ooh.
I feel like, okay, that composition works for them. Let's disrupt it. Let's bait them out with an assassin jungler, just to mess up with the formation.
Just to mess up with the formation? Let me think about this for half a second. Okay.
Okay, let's see if RSG get an assassin for jungler.
Yeah.
And then if they loses.
Wow, this one's scary. This one's scary. I don't know about this one, especially with the new patch. Jushin is going to be the first pick here. That was another pick that I was thinking about, like whether or not they want the Jushin or they would prefer like nerfed early game Zask. Can be a little difficult sometimes. But man, if they're going to play Jushin, what are some of the synergies we should expect? Like, I'm thinking Glue, I'm thinking Gatot, I'm thinking Grok, I'm thinking anything that can slow down your opponent. Arlet as well is good.
As long as they have a soft and a hard CC, there's no problem at all. I mean, most of them can be comboed together with Chusin, Lantern Flare. But it just, I want to see how does he does in towards the laning phase. Whether that Lantern Flare actually going to bite them back or not. But Fanny being picked up, together we eat it.
That's a big pick. Really, really big pick here. Kids is confident. When he has a high mobility assassin, he's very confident in his plays. But at the same time, we'll see whether RSG has an answer to this, right? Because Fanny is very punishable. Most assassins, and especially if they're purple buff assassins who highly depend on that purple buff for that extra energy to actually play the game, RSG might have to rethink about EXP. How do we get control? How do we get control through mid lane as well? Maybe with their support.
And I know I wanted a fighter jungler for RSG, but looking at Fanny right here, I cannot see a matchup between Hayabusa and Fanny.
Hayabusa and Fanny? I think that'll be a fun matchup.
I mean, Shadow kill while Fanny's trying to steal Cable away. Let's see if that helps them or not. But All Out coming into the lineup again. And Julian being picked up by RSG. Okay,
I think it's okay.
It's fighter.
Because at the end of the day, Julian can, at the very least, can knock Fanny out of her steel cables with maybe the chains or even enhanced chains. He can get out of the cutthroat with the enhanced swords. Julian overall has been early in the meta a natural counter to these assassins with his early game damage. Now it could be a little different because we see Team Ray lock in the Yve. Now this is very interesting because Yve somewhat, like if we're talking about max range to max range, Jushin is able to outrange her, but Yve can quickly get in and out.
Yeah.
One Void Blast, get the movement speed, walk away, you don't have max stacks anymore.
So most of the time, Yve is being picked up as a natural counter towards Chusin actually. But it really depends on Yve will be combined with what? Real world manipulation and what? Is it going to be implosion? Is it going to be Nominal Blast? It really ups towards Team Ray. But I don't think Onward and Earthshatter is enough to complement this Yve pickup.
I think maybe a Grok pick might actually help here. Anti-CC is always good. It goes well against the Julian. It goes well against the Arlen as well. And if you need like setup and disengage, you have that in your back pocket. And Edith can be the +1 in case things get bad. Or if it gets better, multiply it by 2 times. Cho gets banned out by Team Ray. I think it's a smart choice. RSG, they follow up with Natan. Huh.
Because when you see Yve being picked up, that's also mean the enemy team doesn't have enough magic damage. And usually they try to fix this up or balance it out by picking a magic damage dealer for the goal line, lane. So usually the choices is Nathan and Harriet. Both are already banned out.
So what decent options do they have? Oh, a Grok ban? It feels like all of these bans should have been on RSG side, but alright, sure, they don't want to deal with Grok. goes both ways. Even though they have first pick on red side on this second phase, RSG looking to respond.
What do you feel like high loss is what Team Ray want to bring in here?
I feel like that's the case as well.
Because it will help with the magic damage, the lacking of magic damage for Team Ray. At the same time, it'll be a good frontliner continuously punishes a lot if he want to play aggressive in the front line.
Personally, I think that Team Ray, they've got control. They've got control over that mid lane. The only thing that makes the difference is if they have a support that takes concussive blast to speed up that wave clear. I think I understand why the Grok gets you get rid of the Grok. The Cho as well roughly makes sense. The Gadot from RSG, it feels like the game plan is a little skewed. I don't know. Personally, to me, in terms of like the way that they are banning, there is some ideas, but not an overlap.
Yeah, it's kind of make me question. I mean, I feel like Team RSG already have enough magic damage to actually burst down Gatot Kaca. No worries there, but for some reason they're banning it up from a Team Ray. So, like you said, maybe there's a certain strat that they want to bring in. We just have to watch and see.
Yeah. I mean, Arlet and as well as Jushin, really nice combination. Jushin picks somebody up, pulls them back. Arlet dashes on in, gets a stun, rinse, repeat, do that over and over and over again as many times as possible. They might want to have more triggers for that Arlet, but as you called it, the high loss gets locked in by Team Ray.
High loss. Now they only have to figure out what goal laner they want to bring in, and this one is dependent on RSG last two pick, whether they really need another tank killer as a physical damage. Maybe carry is still available.
I think it's the Moskov here, right? Because you're expecting the enemy team to come like directly at you, and with the knockback from Moskov,
Spear of Misery,
yeah, you might be able to outplay the situation, if not buy time for Jushin.
But it also dependent on RSG Malaysia. Are they going to steal that option away from Team Ray? Because honestly, Spear of Misery against Fanny is still a good option.
If not, it's got to be Claude, right? Natural counter to RWM, you're standing still, BMI, Blazing Duet, get into the backline straight away. Maybe to outplay the Fanny as well with the BMI. Let's see what the preference is going to be. Ruby, I like it. Another way to trigger the Arlet, but also works well with Jushin and the Claude. That one's definitely preference.
My main concern for RSG right now is in terms of damage. Is it going to be enough for the early game and mid game? I know for the late game it's going to be enough with the Cloud coming in clutch later on, but at least with the Ruby coming in, Donan Wooking will make sure that Fanny not going to have a free time.
Yeah. I think the only early game that they have is with Julian as well as Arlet for now. And that's under the assumption that Arlet is getting thrown into the support position anyways.
Another thing that I'm concerned more about is that for RSG, they don't really have a tanky frontliner as of now.
Oh, you're right. You're right. They actually don't have like a hard tank.
When with that, there's no problem bringing in Beatrix into the lineup here. Have burst damage enough to burst down Squishy Hero.
Lots of combo potential, lots of synergies. Yeah, I see the big webway in their composition. Interesting. So this time round, I think that it's going to be a little bit more even. I think the strategies are quite clear, but let's break it down here, Zan.
Like for me, Team Ray, this changes up from the normal pick-off meta and focuses more on the team fight. But are they comfortable with it or not? While for RSG, as we already discussed, is the damage for them throughout the game will be enough to allow them to have a proper team fight.
I think it's whether or not they play this early game well from the side of RSG. They need to snowball to make this composition truly at its peak. But Team Ray, I have to agree with you. I haven't seen them play this composition before. They haven't been making default comps work, but it's time to test that theory out here in the land of Dawn. Currently at match point, it's going to be RSG versus Team Ray. RSG going to be starting off on the blue side and the Team Ray on the red side. Purple buff start 4. Oh, wait a minute. Rippo is going to be helping him out. Storm actually going to double up onto the mid lane straight away.
Yeah. And not to forget where RSG already got 1 point, so the pressure is on Team Ray to actually make a comeback for this second round. So they probably towards the early game have to play a little bit more safer, or also need to focus on Kids. Fanny, how much of an impact will he bring?
Yeah, he's got to be able to snowball this game right now. Maima doing a very good job of just abusing Zhu Xin, really getting a lot of max damage here. And again, you could see that the only way he's able to get like a double pickup is if his Lantern is on 2 people. But here comes Kids, looking to try and punish someone before he hits level 2 here. Virgie gets pulled back, and Kids finds first blood straight away. Stoem did not want to flicker.
I mean, this is what we want to see coming in from every single Fanny pick, especially bringing in Little in action, just to allow Kids to have that extra damage to make sure he finishes off the enemy.
Now, I would like to see Eevee get a little aggressive here. Honestly, he shouldn't allow Rippo to be able to sit in lane at all. He should technically just man fight him straight away and then hold out. Stoem making sure that he is sticking very closely to Kids. He does not want that early game first blood to happen again to anybody else.
What I feel a little bit of disconnect for Team Wei. As you said,
God.
for Eevee should be playing a little bit more aggressive, and it seems like for Chusin.
I just thought about this. I just thought about this interaction. Now that Jushin's Lantern only triggers when somebody is in it,
Yeah.
you can face check, you can check bushes really, really efficiently without even like having to guess anymore. But here comes Kids once more trying to go for the execute on towards Maima's side. Committed the ult but could not find it. 2 different targets as Virgie unable to close the distance. Turtle still up for anybody, but 12 more seconds until that purple buff spawns for Fanny.
Yeah, but Fanny is not known for neutral objective taking, so most of the time Eevee focuses more towards Eevee and AJ to look whether they had the chance to allow Kids to fly by and get that retribution steal.
Maybe he could try. I do think that the bottom side of the map is a lot more gankable. Seeing that Bunny is very aggressive with the BMI, but here comes Eevee with Glorious Pathways. RWM on straight away. Rippo tries to stop it, but Kid says no. Now Maima, being the anchor for the team, is able to find one, but Eevee takes the trade back onto Ran QT. And now with Team Ray, it's going to be a 2-for-nothing scenario. They're going to be able to take this turtle for free unless, man, RSG, they've already stolen it away. Purple buff now take 4 Kids.
I don't know what is it about Maima, but he just has this magical ability to just clutch us when the thing is not going into the favor of RSG MY, and that's just what happened just now. Allowing them to get the first turtle, well, when we see that Team Wei is ahead in terms of kills, at least the economic differences is not that huge.
Yeah, but here comes Kids once again, and sees all 3 members, is able to take away the Lethal Wanderer without giving a trade back, and that's going to be played a Heptaseas complete for him.
Now we got to talk about how RSG and Malaysia are going to lock down Kids. This Fanny. I mean, yeah, they're bringing in a Final Slash, they're bringing in Run Wolf King, but is it going to be enough to stop Kids from getting kills and kills? He already got 2 under his belt.
Yeah, they gotta stop him from getting that purple buff, right? That's the biggest problem. You just never know when he's going to attack. And at this point of time, we see that Bunny, not much of an EXP lead, slight gold lead, but honestly dead even between the 2 lanes. Bunny's gonna try his best. Oh no, he's stuck in the middle, forced to use his BMI as well as the Blazing Duet ends up getting blasted anyway. There's just too many resources getting blown on him. Bennett's Rage, not to mention even the RWM.
I would say that is just not fair to Bunny. I mean, he tried his best, tried to juke out all the damages, but ain't no way. Front and back, there's no escape path for him at all. But now, towards the top side.
Oh, it's gonna be the Enhanced Swords to hop over the pit, using that Retribution so that Eevee can't keep up. Luckily, he took Ice Retribution.
Just to have that little bit increase of movement speed just to get away. Otherwise, he just get caught by Eevee. And now, focuses on towards the second neutral objective. Is it, once again, will be taken by RSG Malaysia, but at the same time, will Team Wei manages to punish them by taking their life?
Honestly, I'm curious to see whether Bunny is going to get involved, because it is spawned towards his side of the map. Most teams actually send a gold laner onto the opposite side to farm up. Well, let's find out, because this could be a potential 5v5. That's purple buff achieved by Kids. He could split push right now. But Ray taking it slow. Flicker coming in from Virgie. Combos well with the Bennett's Rage towards Rippo, forcing him to flicker out. The RWM to cut off any escapes necessary. Vengeance to try and run, but Kids is like, nah, I'm a zone, and I'm gonna get the kill for free. This is going very well for me. This is a clean turtle take from Team Ray.
I mean, just like us, it seems like Kids have all access to what this land of Dawn. No problem at all. Either he wanna bait out some skill set, or go in for the kill. Not to forget the combo were from Real World Manipulation and Bennett's Rage from a trap just now.
Good decision from Bunny to head to the top side of the map, but now getting attacked, lose half of his health. And now Trap will get a tier 1 for free on the bottom side as RSG looking to reply. Oh, kids! Getting pulled in by the I'm Offended, but still makes it out of there. That's why the purple buff is dangerous.
They tried, but the damages is not enough. This is one of the main concerns. Yeah, they managed to catch us Fanny twice, but not enough damage to do a follow-up, so he's still going to walk free. But now,
oh, here we go. Glorious Pathway once again. Blazing Duet on towards the Fenty. Team losing a majority of his health. The Trap wins that out with Virgie finding the kill. Trap able to win out and also get the kill as well. Storm next to fall to Eevee. Wow, my god. Eevee just face tanked it. I thought they changed this hero.
Eevee with a vengeance. While the Blazing Duet was there, coming in from Bunny, it seems like he's only going to take his own health down. And this is what allows Eevee to remain standing and also manages to get a kill.
Maybe Bunny was thinking, if I hit multiple targets, maybe I can power through it. Oh, wait, no! Perfect JCC by Rippo and Maima. I thought he was going to get out of it again, but Kids doesn't. He's able to drop through the RWM as well. A lot of resources wasted by Team Ray.
I mean, I would say that was an unnecessary risk taken by Kids. I mean, when you look at Rippo, when you look at Storm at the same area and you still want to be there, I mean, you're just asking for it. The dude's respect.
He demands respect, and RSG will honor it. Here, oh, I thought maybe Team Ray was going to try something once more. Eevee was in position to maybe pull off a gank, even with his Glorious Pathway ready to rip. 8 more seconds till we see the next turtle. So far, in terms of wave management, both sides have been very vigilant with the way they've been pushing.
I mean, if you're talking about the map control, not much differences between the two teams as of now. So I would say it's pretty much balanced. Just a little bit more towards the Team Ray because they managed to take down the 2 outer turret. But in that situation, RSG Malaysia, they've been holding on pretty well, considering Team Ray has been playing aggressive with 8 kills compared to 1.
Yeah, it's pretty good, right? Because as much as we like these assassinations, it's not really going anywhere. He gets his turtle, Rank QT secures it, penetrating into the RWM as well. Earth Shadow doesn't connect onto enough, but Bunny QT is going to try his best with the Blazing Duet onto the back lines. Kids still so much damage. Trap is just cleaning them up. Rank QT though is able to outplay them all. Out-sustains with the help of Storm and Maima. Wow, that's how they win fights. They just drag it out. Drag out this fight until no ends. Kids, he's trying his best to clear this lane up and does the job. But RSGMY, the raw sustain.
I mean, if we're looking back at the instant replay, I would say that Team Ray a little bit late to start this fight, where RSG Malaysia already finished off the nature objective and they are ready to pick up on the next team fight.
I mean, just look at this. Rank QT, he jumps on in with the enhanced swords, gets it again to buy himself extra time with the iframes. Oh boy. This game is looking a lot tougher than what we imagined. RSGMY are not backing down.
And now we can see that the goal swings towards RSG Malaysia's side. It was 1.5 ahead for Team Ray, but now it's being held by RSG Malaysia. This could be the moment where the start of winning point for RSG Malaysia. It just depends, are they able to widen the advantage with this or not?
I think we need to see items so far because the next power spike should be when Bunny QT, roughly around 12 minutes, should achieve. No, but he's 0-3 right now. I'm not too sure about his gold compared to Trap as of yet because once he gets that Trinity build, that backline is not going to be safe anymore at max stacks.
Yeah, it really depends on Bunny coming in the clutch later on towards the late game on how he want to catch his Trap and also AJ. But like you said, it seems like there's going to be a new mechanic.
Ah, see, he knows!
For fast check. All right, as long as you see that mana being going down, like, yep, there's somebody there.
Uh-huh. Before this, it's like, oh, okay, I gotta wait until I get like necklace, sorry, not necklace, glowing wand before I can know for sure. But now it's so different. He's just checking out his mana bar. He can clear every single bush underneath the sun. And RSG, they love it. They love the information. Now they know that they push them out of the lane, they hard shove, and then go back to the housekeeping.
You know, this was supposed to be a nerf to what Chusin, so that his teamfight capability is a little bit weaker. But it seems like this helps him too much.
I mean, it's a quality of life change for Jushin because none of her other abilities use mana. It's literally just the Lantern Beacon.
Quality of life for the team. Literally, they can just left Chusin alone in the mid lane and like, yeah, I can tell whether there's people or not, right? Don't worry. You guys can go ahead and make some rotation towards the other side.
Hey man, that's why it's a beacon. Oh, this is not looking good for Eevee. They could technically still stack. Oh, there's no more mana. Okay, so it's still technically nerfed. Rank QT is able to get out of there with the help of the enhanced swords. BMI forward from Bunny and Max Stacks. They're trying to set up. The Flicker Final Slash doesn't go well. RWM into the balance, Rage straight away, and Rippo falls. The next is going to be Storm as he gets cut down by Trap. Nibiru is doing so much work, letting out the passion, clearing up that wave. And Rank QT, Maima, and Bunny, they're forced to respect this.
I mean, I feel like RSG Malaysia should have installed a break. When they see that failed attempt of initiate from Rippo and Storm, they should have call it off. Let it go, let them have it. We're still ahead. But no, they committed to it and they got punishes for it. Team Raze, well, basically this shouldn't even has been theirs.
Yep. I'm thinking at this point, all outer structures should fall into the hands of Team Raze, considering that there is one middle turret. Two middle turrets. One just got taken down, so 3 turrets left. 3 turrets, that is by 250 roughly, so that's about 700. So we're expecting roughly about a 2k swing, assuming that they get the jungle as well.
I mean, it was somewhere around 800 gold lead for RSG Malaysia, so you're not wrong. It's almost a 2k swing for Team Raze just now. But now looking at how Team Raze going to make a push with this first lot, and we got to see on how RSG Malaysia, their capability in terms of making a defense, in terms of the capability of clearing wave. I don't think there's much for RSG Malaysia.
Yeah, it's not, I mean, to be fair, it's not too great for either side. Maybe, well, of course there's Yi. Oh, Rank QT getting butt blasted. Every ult underneath the sun. JCC perfectly trapping Virgie. Do a really good job there with Eevee's catch. Now with the Lord, this might enable them to actually take the very first inhibitor of this game, but they're just utilizing the Lord to poke out their opponents. They're waiting for the second wave to actually collapse, but nobody bothered to actually take on over the mid wave. And now T2 still stands and collapses a little late. Team Raze, they're totally fine with this.
They tend to give a little bit more pressure towards multiple sides so that RSG Malaysia will break out their formation and they can decide on which side they want to focus this on. But currently RSG Malaysia manages to defend well, even so without the help of Rank QT just now.
I don't know, I think they should have synchronized the waves a little bit better, right? Like
I do agree.
Mid honestly should have cracked ages ago.
It's kind of allowing Team RSG Malaysia to defend one by one.
Yeah.
Like, okay, let's defend bottom, next let's focus on the top, and then okay, back towards the mid. Like
it's like going to a restaurant and collecting stamps, but it's just that last one to get that free cookie, and they're like, nah, we don't want it.
No, we don't need it.
We don't need it, good sir. We'll come back next time for it. We'll claim it later. But here comes Eevee once again to try and intercept, and it looks like the interception is going well. They even dropped down the glorious pathway to hopefully find them. Even the RWM to slow them down. Rank QT is trying his best to survive. Trap ends up finding him anyways. It's gonna be the vengeance. And straight away getting blasted. Bunny QT is trying to keep that distance, but this is not a good fight at all. There's no winning scenario for RSG. They should have backed away much sooner.
Like I said, they should have installed breaks for them to actually play a little bit more disciplined and have to watch out on how Team Raze, because just now Team Raze was just waiting for them to go a little bit outside of the safe area, a little bit outside of the inhibitor turret before trying to catch them. And this will goes on again and again if RSG Malaysia haven't realized it yet.
Yeah, honestly, I think they really have to pick and choose where they fight, right? Because let's set the conditions for Team Raze. They want close quarters. They want RSG NY to be really compacted to each other to get valuable ults.
Yeah, so that each of their combo can layers on top of each other. But now,
Eevee getting pushed out of the way with the final slash, and it looks like he's getting absolutely shredded down. He's got the immortality, and that's more for Team Raze, as the RWM is such a big deterrent! Virgie in the front lines, keeping them in the real world manipulation. This is our game, not yours. Team Raze with a 5k gold lead, looking to close things out.
3-man knockup with Earth Shatter. Man, Virgie is popping off for the second round. They're trying to make a comeback. trying to go towards the match point later on.
Match point, yeah. They want to equalize, and it looks like, oh, Maima losing 50% of his health, having to use his ult, and he's trying to run away from Eevee. Pulls him back in and allows Storm to get the kill. They could buy a little bit of time. All they need is 6 seconds. By those 6 seconds, Nibiru's passion, and as well as the enhanced sword right on top of the back line. It doesn't matter. They've done it. Team Ray holding on. It doesn't matter how many members left because the Lord cracks down on the crystal to equalize the score 1-1.